Alright, so what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to start off with... So Patrick's basically going to show me how to play Ferra Torr, and we're going to pick Ruthless first, and then we're going to go basically just do base normals and stuff like notable normals and blah blah blah. And then we're going to break down each variation. So we'll just do it in order. So we're going to start off with Ruthless, but we're not going to talk about Ruthless straight away. We're going to talk about the generic. Yeah.
The thing that's interesting to note with Ferra Torr is that his base kit changes quite a lot across his variations.
Oh, okay.
But there are a lot of things that cross over, so we'll have a look at that now.
I was just about to say, have you got any costume for him? And then I realised this game doesn't have that.
Well, basically, there's two sets of moves, or base moves with Ferra Torr. There's with Ferra on your back, and then there's without Ferra on your back. So there's two whole sets of moves here. Okay. But obviously, because we're playing, most of the time we're playing this variation or Vicious, so we'll go through these moves first. So,
okay.
Immediately, the thing with Ferra Torr is, the number one thing he's got is, or they've got his range. Notably, their NJP is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it covers pretty much half the screen. Like if I'm standing here, you'll hit me with it.
Oh, no,
yeah. You can get a full conversion off of that every time. Another thing to note is their back 1-2-1-2 is a full string. This whole string has really good properties all across. So back 1-2, really far ranging 10 frame mid start up. And
that's a mid, it looks like an eye.
It's a mid, back 1-2, and it's neutral on block. 10 frames, neutral on block, like that. Which goes really well because if you block for a moment, James, thank you. The range it puts you at here, you can then go for an NJP. Most characters aren't going to be able to contest you with that range.
Hold on, is there a way we can put the frame data on the screen?
I don't know if you go back, go to move list.
Oh yeah, we can do it, yeah.
You favorite, you press Y to favorite a move, but I don't know if you can do it in online training mode. I don't think you can do it in the online mode.
Let's quickly see if there's a...
There's not in this game, there's no frame data display in...
okay. Alright, no worries.
So yeah, back 1-2, really good. Back 1-2-1, a little extra part of that string is only -3, I believe, or -2. So again, really good on block, and it's all mid, 10 frame start up. They're down 1, it's got a decent amount of range. 7 frames, I believe. However, with Ferra off of your back, it's 6 frames. So if I get rid of Ferra, it's a 6 frame down 1.
Oh, okay. I like you just he just chucked her. Yeah.
Get off. Like that. Okay. Forward 3, really good advancing knee. This mid part. It's also got forward 3-2 as an extender, which has really good Oki properties actually. If I hit you with that, I get a free dash up, and yeah, you're down for a little bit longer as well. So it's really good at closing that gap.
Okay.
Forward 3 as a stagger is not too bad either. Down 3 is a really good poke as well. Low poke.
Do pokes, and this is more like a general game question, but do pokes actually jail in this game? So
yes.
I hit with a down 3.
I mean, definitely with Ferra Torr as well. I mean, most characters have really good mids in this
Hey,
game.
brother Durgius, how you doing, my man? How are things?
So there'll never be a scenario where you have to jail a high because you just default to back 1-2. It's your best string.
Okay.
Easy to hit, confirm, etc. So yeah, down 1, down 3 both. Down 4's okay. It's a little bit slow. I love the animation of Ferra as she turns her back.
Yeah.
As she points.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Jax's down 4, isn't it?
Poke, though, yeah. Your main sort of mix-up, so your 50-50s, you've got back 2, 1, 2+4. Is this long string? So back 2, 3, sorry. Back 2, 3, 2+4. This is a full combo launcher there. Safe with Ferra on the back. Without Ferra on your back, it is unsafe. You also can't do it in this variation. You have to do it in Lackey.
Okay.
We'll get to that later. And then you've also got forward 2, which is just a low. You can get nice conversions off that.
Was that forward 3 you did there?
Forward 2.
No, but I mean afterwards.
But yeah, forward 3 after, and then yeah. The string you see me use there at the end is 2 forward 4. And you've got 2 back 4 as well.
Oh, okay.
They're nice sort of, this high starter standing 2, I think it's 7 frames, 7 frame high this. So in a situation where you do want to jail, you want to make sure you get a nice confirm with that.
Whoop. Did you just amp the string?
You know, you can amp, no, amp, but that's one of the special moves. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it for normals. You have standing 4 as well. Standing 4 is a high, +4 on block on its own. So we're gonna do standing 4. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so +4 like that on its own, and then with Ruthless especially, you have pain and gain cancels, which is like about. So that's
okay.
a really good plus cancel. And that's about it really. We can move on to his special moves now.
So it's back 1, 2, forward 3.
Yeah.
And then
NJP.
No, yeah, neutral jump. That's ridiculous.
Back 2 is his overhead and forward 2 is his low. You can't special cancel back 2 at any point. Something to note.
So what?
Apart from into X-ray, but that's like a stupid like bug with this character.
Oops. Sorry.
I guess we'll have a look at the X-ray.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was like, what is X-ray? That's horrific.
Yeah,
okay.
So there's a weird thing with Ferra Torr. I don't know if it's just me or not, but you can't special cancel this button, right? But for some reason, you can special cancel it into X-ray, and that just happens sometimes. Like you'll think about doing X-ray and it'll happen.
How do you break in this game?
Forward and block, I think.
Why getting comboed? Oh, nuts.
So if you do start. But his forward dash is pretty good. Forward dash is really good actually, but his back dash isn't the best. So one thing that Ferra Torr lacks really is movement options. His movement isn't the best, and although his zoning tool, so when he throws Ferra, that'll crush all the projectiles, but it takes a while for Ferra to get back on his back, right? So in these, against a heavy zoner like Katana, or maybe someone like Cascade or something, it can be quite hard to get in on people. But yeah, let's have a look at his special moves. So in Ruthless...
What does Ruthless have?
So Ruthless in particular... Well, let's go over his universal stuff first.
Yeah, okay.
Ruthless.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So in the 2 variations that have Ferra on your back, of course, Lackey is very different to the other 2. You have down back 2, which is the overhead Ferra toss. You have 3 different ranges. You have close, medium, and you have far. And it's overhead the whole way, all the time. And that's safe on block, funnily enough. Even if you do it, you know, if I do that, that's safe. That's like -3, -5.
Okay.
And then you also have back forward 2, which is the low Ferra slide, which is the low the whole way. This one is unsafe, I believe. Let me just have a check. Just make sure I'm not making all this up as I go along. So -7, so a few characters can punish it, but not consistently. And then yeah, the overhead Ferra toss is only -1, so very safe. However, both of these can be amped for a launcher.
Bloody hell.
So the overhead one also can launch. Like that. Both of the amp versions are both unsafe. They're both -14, I believe.
Okay.
So unsafe. And then you also have his command grab. His command grab is universal, has it in all 3 variations. The properties change a little bit across the 3 variations, but this is the bog standard one that you'll see.
How do you amp moves in this game?
Really good range. You just press the EX button at the same time as the special move. Yeah.
Which is block.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he has standard tick throws, down 1, down 3, and jump kick, where he tick throws. And they connect on block as well for the most part. Thing about this is it has a really good range. Like, look how far away we are here. Like, this is round start. I can catch you like that. Has really, really good range on that command grab. And it's you can amp it as well. When you amp it, you can choose what side you want to throw them. You can throw them back that way, or you can throw them forward. And then, last but not least, you also have the charge. Starts overhead while Ferra is on your back. You can amp it afterwards for a little bit more damage, and you can also has armor itself. I believe it has 2 hits of armor since the change.
How'd you do the charge?
Back forward 3.
Why's it coming out?
As I'm going crazy and I don't know what the input is.
Oh,
You also
no.
have the input thing on here. You need to change.
Yeah,
You can't do it in this. You have to do it in on the main menu.
Oh really? That's annoying. I was like, hang on a minute.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
And I believe that's pretty much it for Universal specials. Yeah. So now going towards what Ruthless has in particular. Now Ruthless is, you know, the standard variation for Ferra Torr. This is what you use in most matchups. You have, most importantly, Pain and Gain, which is Ferra will stab Torr, dealing 5% to him, but it'll also give him a damage buff, and this stacks up to 3 times. And you can see by all the blood that's dripping off of his arms there. That's how you know it's active.
Okay.
With this, you know, Ferra Torr has access to massive amounts of damage.
Does this last the whole round?
No, it lasts a short time. I think it's like 5 to 10 seconds, something like that. I never really counted myself, but you're doing Pain and Gain constantly throughout the match because you can do Pain and Gain cancels, which is really important. So when you do Pain and Gain, you can do a run out of it. Ferra goes flying off, but then with this cancel, you can get some really cool combos. So if I show you right now a B&B, if I don't mess it up constantly. Which I will.
The backgrounds are just art style in general, I think, are better in this than in 11.
That would be 50%.
There you go. Casual 50% BMBs.
For 1 bar and 5% of your own life, you can get 50%. Yeah, off of a standing for Pain and Gain cancel confirm, which with Pain and Gain, if you block for a moment. So this is usually only +4 with a lot of pushback, but with the Pain and Gain cancel, like if you want to hold up for me, like I'm pretty plus, even with a dash cancel. Not even a full run cancel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty plus. So I'm at least like +4 going into that. Which also means you get a down 3 jail.
Yeah, I tried to jump there and you hit me with a down 3.
You know, you can get a throw on block immediately there. One thing, just to go back to the normals for a moment, I forgot to mention this, but standing 1, 1-1, and then 1-1-1 is a high mid overhead or high mid or just a high. But standing 1 on its own is +2 like that. So I like to mix up the stagger game, standing 1 like that, mix up there, staggers, jump in. You know, standing 4, that's plus, down 4 to catch you there. So this is where Ferra Torr excels, in this sort of like close to mid range here, and you use your better range just to maintain a ton of pressure. And then you get the confirm.
What's that low kick you do? Is that just your down 3?
That's just a down 3, yeah.
Casual 65%.
Casual 65%. You know, before you know it, you've lost all your life. So the thing, although, you know, Ferra Torr is dealing damage to himself, he more than makes up for it. But it is something you've got to be aware of. There's many a time I have killed myself with Pain and Gain. So.
Oh really?
So
when to do a B&B. Oh.
So yeah, when it gets to a point where you're on really low health, you've got to start resorting to just these kind of mix-ups on block instead of using Pain and Gain. One more thing about normals as well. He's down 2. This is again one of the weaknesses of Ferra Torr.
It's super slow.
It's super slow, the slowest down 2 in the game, but it is +4 on block. It's down 2, and it's really good Use it within combos. It's one of the down 2s that has like you have like no recovery frames. Like even when grounded.
Like that.
Even when grounded, you can combo off of the down 2. It's a little tricky. But I mean, you pretty much get the point.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I think it's a lot easier in the
Cabal Canted, you just said it as well in chat, you can combo after the down 2.
Yes, you can, yeah. His jump 2 is also really good. There's no cross-ups in this game, but even in a position like this, you can force them to block. When it looks as though I've jumped at the wrong moment, you can catch someone quite easily on the cross-up.
Yeah, pain and gain. So this variation is basically just built around pain and gain and...
Oh, 100%. It's all rush down and pressure. You've got, you know, much better buttons here. If someone is keeping you out in this range, you use Ferra Torr like that and you can get in quite quickly.
You can't push block in this game, can you?
No. You can block breaker with 2 bars. While you're blocking, I think you press hold forward and stance switch.
Yeah.
You can block breaker like that. But I mean, which is good depending on what character you are. That's kind of good because both players lose their stamina then, so it's a lot harder for me to get in on you. But that's pretty much it for Ferra Torr in terms of Ruthless. That's kind of the game plan there. If we want to move over to, I'll move us both over to Vicious.
Yeah, we'll do Vicious first, and then we'll do Lackey because that's the most different.
Yes. So Vicious is not too different from Ruthless in terms of like the kind of buttons you have available. The biggest thing is you don't have pain and gain, so that kind of rush down heavy playstyle isn't as prominent. However, what you lose there, you also gain with Boss Toss, which is a new kind of Ferra style projectile, back forward 4, which is nice because it's a mid projectile, which means it covers like an important part of the screen where a lot of projectiles are traveling. Because a lot of the time when you're trying to counter zone, with Ferra Torr, you'll throw the overhead one to catch a projectile, or you'll use the low slide to catch a low projectile. But a lot of projectiles travel between them, right, in the mid-screen. So with Boss Toss, you can crush them a lot easier. And at full screen with the amp version, it reaches full screen, just 20% on its own for 1 bar from full screen like that. So this is the Ferra Torr variation. You could say the zoning variation, but I like to think it more of a slower space control kind of variation.
Yeah.
And of course, up front you still have, you know, these kind of mix-ups. Of course, I drop them.
So would you do? You can do 1-1? Oh, so is it back 1-2 into the?
Into any of the amplified projectiles.
There you go.
Your command grab is also different in this variation. Instead of the fast command grab that we usually see, we have this much slower command grab. And then when you mash 1 or 2 to get the damage out, and yeah, it's the same damage as a regular throw.
Hey, hello, man. See how you doing, my man?
So you may think, well, that's just strictly worse, right? Well, the thing that's different about this is that you have new tick throws, specifically off of forward 3. If I can get the command grab, there you go. Also, a feature of this game that came in the latest, most recent of patches before the game, you know, stopped getting any content, is that you can, if you amp a command grab, you can do it on hit. So if you just don't block for me.
Oh, okay. So it's like a gotcha, Jax's gotcha grab in 11.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's an actual command grab. So you've still got down 1 tick. Obviously, you can see it's much slower than previous ones. So you can interrupt these a little easier. You still got, you know, jump kick.
Oh. So you can interrupt it. Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're respecting my plus
frames,
yeah. And then the most important one is forward 3 tick, because you've then got forward 3 tick, you've got forward 3 stagger into a down 3, and you can continue these shenanigans, or you've got forward 3-2, knock them down full screen, you dash in again, start mixing up with some of this.
In this game, just to tech a throw, do you just press tech?
No, it's still 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 depending on the direction.
So it's the same as...
Yeah, it's the same as MK11. So yeah, Vicious is probably the least popular of the 3 variations. I'd argue it's probably the worst of the 3, because there's very few situations where you'd value Boss Toss over having Pain and Gain or any of the things that Lackey offers. But it is a nice change of pace, and I do use it for specific matchups. it can really shut down. It can shut down those characters, right, that aren't the best zoners, but out-zone Ferra Torr.
Okay.
So, you know, a character like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head what kind of character that
You
would
said
be.
Liu
Maybe
Kang,
someone
didn't you? Flame Fist Liu Kang?
Flame Fist Liu Kang I use it for as well because it not only does it hit his high projectile but his low projectile as well, so it covers both options. And you deal 20% every time.
So what would the combo look like in this variation?
Obviously, you can't do command grab there. You do boss toss as the ender, but you still have back two as well.
What's that? Was that Grundy's move? This throw. Who has this move? Someone else has this move, doesn't he? I'm trying to think. Okay, sorry, go on.
I never played Injustice 1, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Ah, okay. I feel like I know. Obviously, NRS use a lot of assets. Superman.
There's also this string as well.
Thank you.
Back 3, 2+4, some low overhead.
Can you special cancel the low?
You can special cancel the low, yes. It can be good in Ruthless and things like that. You can low cancel. You can also special cancel forward 2, because it is technically 2 hits.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm just F now. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. You okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, I love you.
Excuse me, sis.
No, I'm perfect. Thank you, man.
Alright, let's move over to Lucky. Lucky is the most different of the 3 variations.
Shang-Chi trailer! Oh my god. Alright, we'll watch it after this. We'll watch it together. Put it in chat, please. But yeah, sorry, go on.
So Lucky's very different in the Ferra's now sitting on the sidelines, cheering Torr on, and you gain access to a lot of different special moves. So first thing to note, your command grab. It's a little bit different. It's quite similar to the Ruthless command grab. Same kind of similar range. One thing to note is that obviously your pokes, or your down one specifically, is a lot different. This down one used to be the best down one in the game, and it's probably around top 3 at this point now.
Yeah, the range of it is mad.
This range with 6 frames, and it used to be -2. Now it's only -4. But even still, this range, if you block at this range, I get a command grab free every time there. And even if I whiff the command grab, sometimes you're not able to punish me that far away. What's new as well, your charge has different properties.
Ooh.
Back forward 3, it has a splat hard knockdown. It is unsafe, but it has a lot of block stun and a little bit of pushback. Two things to note here. You can amp it as well afterwards, which you only ever do that by accident. You never really want to amp it.
Okay.
The initial start up where Torr screams has projectile immunity. It'll absorb a projectile.
Oh, nice.
And when you armor this, it has super armor. You have infinite armor during this move.
Oh, bloody hell.
While it runs full screen.
What was that?
That's his back forward to a roll. We'll come to that move in a moment.
Oh, sorry.
Another thing about the charge is that with the hard knockdown, the splat, it gives you the ability to corpse hop, both with your run and without your run. Which is really good because that timing is perfect to get a meaty 50-50 there. You can also do it without using, if you have no stamina left, you can do forward 3, you can do a dash into forward 3, and that'll give you a corpse up as well.
I just love Mortal Kombat X / Infinite Crisis. Mortal Kombat X / Injustice combos, man. They're just so much more fun to do than MK11 combos.
You don't have that mental NJP anymore, but this NJP is still quite good. You use this in combos quite a lot. So if you get a forward 2 here. get a full conversion of that. So yeah, we'll come to his roll, which is a new special move to this variation. It has a hit of armor if you amp it. It goes quite far on the screen. It's really quick. You get Oki afterwards. It is unsafe on its own, so something you got to be aware of. And then finally, last but not least, you have Toryuken, aptly named. This is a big uppercut. It's not terrible as an anti-air if you're waiting and you can use it as an actual Shoryuken. But also on the amp version, you get a launcher. So you have a launcher off of any confirm. You have forward 2. You still have your back 2 overhead, but in this variation, it is unsafe and it is a lot slower. You also have not as many frames.
What's that Shazam shoulder you did?
That's the full string. So back to 3, 2 plus 4.
Ah.
That is all very unsafe though.
Oh, okay.
Just the back 2 on its own is safe, but obviously you can't special cancel that. Or neither can you do special cancel the back 2, 3, etc.
What's that string you did where it's punch kick?
2 back 4.
Oh yeah,
Or
2 back.
2 forward 4, sorry.
Yeah, and then it's 2 back 4.
So yeah, that string you'll see the most in this variation because it gives you the strangest enough properties so that the roll only hits once. That's how you're able to get those interesting juggles, because usually on the ground it hits quite early and you just fall way far backwards. You don't recover in time to get a combo. But off of this string,
so how do you do Toryuken?
down back 2.
Toryuken. Sorry.
Off of this string,
Hey, hello, Julian.
it hits late enough that you recover in time and you can get a combo afterwards.
So if you were gonna go for a B&B, if you get meat, is there anything you can do meterless? Like, what's your meterless?
Meterless, you would go off of a back 2 like this.
Because I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I'm definitely playing this variation.
That's quite a simple one. Or you off of a forward 2, you get an NJP.
How you doing, Julian?
A little bit there. Yeah, his meterless conversions are a little more difficult than just off of Toryuken. Damn it.
It looks like the gravity gets a bit messed up there. Oh, there you go.
You gotta press that down one early enough. Nice 36% meterless. The main bulk of your damage though is coming off Toryuken, because you still got back 1 2 1. You've still got back 1 2. You got this really good down 1. You've got a really good jump 2, standing 4. You're playing the same game, but this is like uber rush down with the charge mind games.
So hold on, let me try something quickly, because I'm missing the... Okay, I just wasn't getting, because amping in this is, I'm muscle memorying amp as pressing R1.
I get you.
Sorry, go on. Hey, hello, Remus.
So depending as well if you're near the corner or not, you want to end in either command grab or roll to get that side switch.
Oh.
Roll gives you really good Oki as well. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention as well. So amping the charge gives it infinite armor. Similar to how you absorb a projectile on the first few frames, you also get a hit of armor on the first few frames. So if you do me a favor, when I knock you down here, import charge as a wake up. Okay. So back forward 3 on your wake up. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna mix. I thought it was gonna be on the other side. Go on.
Hang on. Actually, do roll. Roll would be better. Back forward 2. You have a nip.
Okay.
And obviously, if you just do back 1 2 1 on the count of 3. 1 2 3.
Oops, sorry, that's just way too slow.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of hard to. It's better if you have projectiles, basically. But yeah, the infinite armor on this.
Oh, there you go.
You're not getting through any of it. And then you get corpse heart. Oh, never mind, I messed that one up. Maybe can you not get the corpse up when you amp it?
Oh.
Maybe you can't. That's strange. I never really noticed that before. Oh, you can that way. There you go.
So a stand. Hold on. Let me go back to menu just to change my controls quickly because
Of course, yeah.
these controls are pissing me off. And then you can teach me a couple of combos and then we can play.